Smith and Tom Barfield for all the play-by-play of Baylor baseball all season long. And it begins February 13th on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the ESPN studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
All right, have a great show, guys.
Welcome to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's show is broadcast live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue and brought to you by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Texas Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. TFNB, your bank for life, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Baylor Scott and White Health, the official hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. Rudy's Barbecue, the home of real Texas barbecue. Now, here's your host, the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
And hi and welcome. It is the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's on a Thursday. We're glad you are with us wherever you might be tuned in this evening. And let me say this right off the top. Mitch Thompson is our first guest tonight. Welcome, Coach. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here, John. Thank you.
Great timing in that it's the night before your season opens tomorrow. Great timing there. Not so great in that there's a big basketball game going on at Foster Pavilion.
Pretty big basketball game where we need a lot of Bear fans tonight. Yeah,
that's true.
Let's go.
Did you see the note earlier that somebody purchased all the upper bowl tickets and they're giving those away?
Awesome. I got some seats. We can sell them at the ballpark, too. We'll finish that one out for the rest of the season.
Let's do that, yeah.
I'm all for it.
Come on, man. We got some seats we'd like you to buy.
It's awesome. Should be a great crowd. I'm pulling for Nikki and the Bears.
It's a big game. We'll keep you updated on that, but we're glad to be here. We'll talk with you for half an hour, and then Michael Woodson will come in with Baylor Tennis hosting the ITA National Indoors. You know what I was thinking was that what I was thinking was that this is the end of talking season for you tonight.
The end of talking season.
Right?
Talking season's been pretty busy.
I know.
Well.
You've been really busy, especially the last few weeks.
Yeah, I had to run around, went to Dallas and Houston, and then the first pitch luncheon here, plus our meet the team dinner, the leadoff dinner, and now here. So it's been running me pretty good. But it's great. It's fun to talk to folks about our team and about our outlook and the upcoming year. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, very cool, and you're very good at it. That states the obvious, but talking's about to end, about to hit the field. Your first game is less than 24 hours away now.
That's right. The time for talking's over. The time for swinging's on. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
4 o'clock tomorrow. You open the season series against New Mexico State at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. And I was telling Brent Ingram earlier, man, we should have played today. Weather was just perfect today.
Well, it is. It's been really nice most of the spring. You know that. I mean, all except for the one weekend there, 3 days. 3-day part of the calendar that was icy. But other than that, it was fantastic. And today was great. Tomorrow will be great as well. So you can't beat 80-degree weather in February.
I know.
We've had a lot worse on opening day than this. I can promise you that.
Usually do, right?
Yeah. I'm always worried about it. I can be honest with you. So. The temperatures aren't going to be a problem this weekend. Everybody can get out there and let's go.
That's good. Maybe rain Saturday. We'll worry about that when it gets here. But 4 o'clock tomorrow, 2 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. And so what's your pulse? The night before you open a new season.
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah. I can't be any more excited. The guys are fired up. They're ready to play as somebody else. And as all college baseball teams are this time of year, you finally gotten to this point. You've been going all year for this, so. It's opening day, and so the butterflies are real, and you're checking things off in your head. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for that? And I guess we'll find out. You know, so that's the beauty of it.
Opening day, no matter the level, little league, high school, college, major league, opening day is special.
Yeah, and it is. It just is. It's special at every level there is, and you know, the teams that can take an opening day mentality every day out to the ballpark with that, you know, what a joy it is to play and what a joy it is to be with your teammates and do those things. That's a big thing. And these guys, they like to play together, and they're excited to compete against somebody else right now. They're tired of playing each other in inter-squad games.
I bet that's right. That's the players. Would you like to have a little more time, or are you okay?
No, we're
going?
ready. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time to play, and we're excited.
All right, New Mexico State this weekend coming in. You've already announced your starting pitching rotation for the weekend. You were telling me earlier New Mexico State gave you their starter tomorrow, but not for Saturday.
Yeah,
and
Saturday and Sunday it's TBA.
Right.
You know, which basically, you know, it means that they're going to use whoever they need to use whenever they need to use them, and that's fine. I don't blame them. It's a great way of going about it. We're going to go with Lucas Davenport tomorrow. Lucas has been a veteran guy, a returning guy for us. Had a great year last year out of the bullpen for us, and he's earned the right to get out there on Friday night, and so he's going to go Friday afternoon for us. Ethan Calder on Saturday, and then Cade Hansen on Sunday. So I'm excited to see all three of those guys. I'm excited to see a bunch of other guys come out of the bullpen. It should be good.
Yeah, and you were saying right when you sat down, everybody's healthy. Thank the Lord for that. That's big.
Yeah. You know what? We're in a good place, and we need to stay there. And I'm knocking on wood everywhere I can. And but we're in a good place right now. Our guys are healthy, or right on the verge of being game ready. We had a couple more arms who threw some pitcher, catcher, hitter live at bats today. One of which won't be available this weekend, but he'll be available next weekend.
Okay.
And so we're about as healthy as we can be right now, and that's a good place to be.
That's good, and that's not a given. I mean that.
No, it's not a given, and we've had some of our conference members have lost pitchers. Our University of Arizona had an All-American closer. You know, the Pluta kid that he's out for the year with an injury already. This month of ramp-up time is really a time where bad things can happen, and so I'm glad that they haven't to us, and we need to keep it that way as we open it up.
You've said several times during talking season that this you like the energy of this team. It's a young team, a lot of young guys, but a good returning core also. You've talked about the athleticism of these guys and the versatility also. What would those be the main characteristics of this team, or what would you add to that?
I think that's exactly right. I mean, we're more athletic. I think we're going to be a really solid defensive ball club. I think we'll cover more ground in the outfield, do a better job of defending the outfield than we have in the last 3 years, which will be great. We've got depth that we can go to. I think we've got, we can keep moving some pieces and doing some different things, but I think we're going to be a good ball club that plays good sound defense. I think we're going to throw strikes. I'm excited about our offense. I'm excited about the athleticism and being able to play, playing a small ball game if we need to, running the bases, being able to start runners, doing that. We've got athletes to do that. We've also got some guys who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. So I think it's a good mix, and, I'm anxious to put it all together and start seeing how it kind of evolves from here.
Yeah.
The opening day lineup, everybody's always worried about, the opening day lineup, and that's great, but it's not the opening day lineup you want to be in. You want to be in there for the last one.
Right.
And so, tomorrow will be a great day. It'll be a fun day, and we'll look forward to having a big crowd out there and getting this season off to a great start.
That's great. And isn't it nice that you have that versatility, like you say, your team can play whatever way they need to?
Well, we can, and I think we've got a good mix also of right and left-handed hitters and right and left-handed pitchers. The thing about the pitching staff that I like so much is that we have so many of them that are filling up the strike zone, and that was such a big jump for us last year, to go from 200th in the country in walks per 9 innings to 6th.
Wow.
Was an incredible jump, and Coach Sned and Coach Furlong and the staff doing that was phenomenal. We need to keep filling up the strike zone. You got to make teams earn everything they get. When you play at our ballpark, which is a big ballpark, and it plays big, it'll be important to do that. You don't give up free bases. You make them earn everything they get. And our guys, I'll be excited to watch us run down some balls in the outfield and watch us make plays. and I'll be very excited to see our pitching staff fill up that strike zone.
Who alongside Ty Johnson starts in the outfield?
Yeah, probably the guys that'll get starts tomorrow. I'd say opening day will probably be Hunter Snow in left field and Brady Janusek in right field.
Right.
And so both are, Hunter Snow's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah.
Brady Janusek's a true freshman.
Wow.
But there's other guys in that outfield that are going to get playing time here soon. Dylan Perez is a freshman. Bo Caraway's a freshman. And then we've got the veteran Caleb Bergman as well, and so all of them have given us a lot of depth out there. We've been able to play really sound defense and watch these guys play, and we just got to see how to fix it up and use these guys' talents to the best of their ability. Some guys are better runners than others. Some have bigger, stronger. They might be able to hit balls out of the yard a little bit better than other guys. So we'll just see how it kind of evolves, but. I would anticipate Hunter Snow and Brady Janusek along with Ty Johnson out there tomorrow.
And we'll remind people, Hunter Snow, his dad, Justin Snow, played football here.
Correct.
And then played in the pros for, I think, 14 years.
Yeah, he was an NFL guy in Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah,
and, Peyton Manning and all those guys.
Good teams.
And, really good teams back in the days. And we recruited Hunter from up in Indianapolis. And, we redshirted him last year, and it was a hard thing. Redshirting's not an easy thing, but it's something that can still benefit some of these guys. Last year we had Enzo and Wesley and Ty back, and those guys were all going to take up most of the outfield innings and most of the outfield at-bats, that it was important to kind of just decide, hey, Hunter, we're going to give you a year to keep getting bigger, stronger, make it work, and I think you'll like the way he looks in a suit. I'm anxious to watch him play tomorrow.
Really? He made the most of it, huh?
He made the most of it. He looks really good, and body's good, and we'll look forward to watching him swing it a few times tomorrow.
Man, very cool. What about don't give away any secrets that you don't want to divulge tonight. Who's at the top of the order, top of the batting order?
Yeah, and I'm going to be mixing that up a little bit and kind of see how it ends up. I think tomorrow we're going to try and get Travis Sanders up there as many times as we can here early.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he'll be in the 1-hole, 2-hole, but I think we can get him up there as many times as possible. I think Pearson Reebok will be in there somewhere in that area too, up in the towards the top of the lineup. And those are veteran guys that hit 300 for us last year that did it, and they'll be able to handle the moment for sure. And we'll just We'll see who ends up leading off. I don't know. I'm still up in the air a little bit about it. You can only write out your lineup so many times, and then you're going to have to write it down for one time. And this is what we're going with today. So
you said to the media earlier today, and I don't think I knew this, you've got 5 guys on your team who've hit 300 or better in a season against Division I competition.
Yeah, I mean, Ty Johnson did it his junior year here, and then Cade Dodson and oh my gosh, Armstrong, Tice Armstrong at first base did it last year at UTA, and then Pearson Reebok and Travis Sanders. So that's 5. That's 5 300 hitters. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think there's probably not that many lineups in the country that return that much production as far as batting average goes, and so. We'll see if we can get those guys up there a bunch and see how many times that they can get up there in the next few days.
Man, that's great. All right, under 22 hours until first pitch tomorrow, 4 p.m. at Baylor Ballpark. We'll take a break, continue with more in just a moment. The Baylor Coaches Show, live from Rudy's, presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We'll be back with Coach Mitch Thompson right after this.
When you strive for greatness, you have a target on your back.
Man, the crowd.
And when it comes to finances, we're all targets for scammers. With the right game plan, you can protect yourself. Don't get faked by fraud.
Here's a tip. No reputable company or government agency will ever ask you to pay them with gift cards, Bitcoin, or a person-to-person payment app. Scammers use these options because the money can't be traced. Just don't do it.
This message is brought to you by Central National Bank.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas, it's built by Texas, which means the Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built to roll with the punches and to go the distance. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today.
Right now, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tundra SR5 for $519 a month for 36 months, with $49.99 due at signing. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 3/2/26.
Harper, good to see you.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed. Smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store.
Yeah, yep.
And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And back with us live from Rudy's on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Thanks to our hosts at Rudy's, a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com for some real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. Don't forget, Rudy serves breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. And continuing with Baylor baseball coach Mitch Thompson on the eve of the season opener, you mentioned the dramatic improvement in numbers for your pitching staff last year. And Coach Sean Snedeker is here. We would say this whether he's sitting here or not. But, gosh, that was tremendous. And you said the one stat you gave was walks per 9 innings.
Yeah.
But how about ERA? How about the jump in the improvement in ERA?
Yeah, it went from 6.5 ERA to 4.5. So that was it was a big deal.
Doesn't sound possible.
No, it was possible, but we're challenging him this year. If he can do it again, that'll get us into the top 5 and top 2 or 3 in the country. So,
Sned, can we get to 2.5 this year? Can we put you down for 2.5? How would that be? But how much? I mean, that's such a huge increase. We shouldn't expect another 2 runs per game different. But how much can it be better?
No, well, I think it can. And the thing is that. You've just got to continue to recruit guys who have a history of throwing strikes. Our defense will play a part in that. If we can get to more balls and we can cut things off and do that as well. So it's a team part of it. But I like the way that the guys are up and down the rotation. I mean, we've got a good bunch of guys that are filling up the strike zone and doing it with multiple pitches and that's what it's going to take to win. There's just no question about it. But when you find out that you go from 6.5 to 4.5, you find out that you have a better chance of winning the game.
Yeah, amazing.
That's right. If we give them less runs, it's easier to win. So
I'm writing that down. I'm going to remember that.
That's a big deal. That's right. That's a Mitchism, not a Yogiism.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good. Man, that experience is paying off big time for you. What year is this total for you in baseball?
37.
37.
My 37th college year.
Yeah. You're not that young. That's great.
Gosh,
you're not that old is what I'm going to say.
Well, buddy, I know. I can't believe it either because it just seems like yesterday. I mean, it just does. But it was not.
Right.
And you start going, wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the 26th, 7th year of the Baylor ballpark. I mean, give me a break.
Now that's wild. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
So
that is wild.
It's happened really fast. It just continues to add up. You know. And
love it.
How many years for you?
And nobody's asking. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about me. We're talking about you. But that is great. And for the ballpark, you mentioned the ballpark. Now, Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. What can fans expect to see as they come?
Yeah, no. I mean, you're just going to see that we've got the Magnolia Field little logo on the turf, and that's a neat thing. And we're excited. Chip and Joe joining up with us, and they're giving hearts, and it's going to make a big thing for our players. It's going to be a big thing for our program to be able to get that player development facility built.
Yeah.
And it's something that's needed, and so they saw it, they stepped up, and I'm really proud of them and thankful for them.
Boy, that's terrific. And there's still room for other people to
there's
jump
room.
on board also.
We got other things. That's right. We
right.
got plans and I mean, when you think about the ballpark and you think about the river, you think about the opportunities that are there to create things that with just what we have already. we can take this thing to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and get out there and win as many games as we can and give the Baylor fans reason to wear their green and gold and show up and be excited about it. But come enjoy the atmosphere of the ballpark on the river. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's a great setting right there on the river, and it only gets better as it warms up and the spring comes, the leaves are back on the trees. It only gets better, and you try to spot alligators out in the Brazos River. That's what our Baylor Vision people do with the center field camera. He'll spin it around and he'll just search the bank trying to find.
Have they found any?
Oh yeah, they have.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, they've got them on camera before.
How about that?
So
I'm not going dipping in there.
there have been 6 documented.
6
in the
documented.
River. Yes.
Okay.
So I think Waco Parks and Rec, I think they've got them. I don't know that they have them tagged, but I think they have documented 6 at some point.
We'll try and hit a few balls out there for them this weekend.
That would be good. That would be
I don't know if
great.
alligators like to eat baseballs or not. We'll
How
see if
is
we
your
can-
power? How's the power of this team?
I think that there's some guys that'll going to be able to do it. Our ballpark plays big. The ballpark plays huge. It really does. It's I mean, statistically now you can do some run some numbers on it, and it plays big. But our guys, I think we'll hit some, and hopefully we won't give up very many.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Tell me about the change. You've got some guys on your staff who can be on-field coaches now. That's a change.
Yeah. Darren Thomas and Brian Furlong, have been our director of operations and our director of player development, pitching development, and how they've had to kind of go about it technically is they have to be able to coach the coaches. They're not supposed to be having direct contact with the players and telling the players how to do things, but now the gloves have been lifted off, and that's a really good thing. And both those guys will add another dimension to it, being able to talk to our guys and instead of just having to go through us to then go to the guys. I mean, I've used Darren in that regards, kind of a bench coach and doing that, and we'll continue to do that. And then Brian's now he's going to be able to help Sned even more with the pitchers. So it's all good things.
Wow, that's great. And again, we say this every time we talk, but what a great staff you have.
Well, they love this place. They love the players. They're great people. I think they have tremendous knowledge. When you add up the years of experience on our coaching staff of doing it at a high level at college baseball, I think our years of experience are real. And but then I'll just say that they're all really good people with really good families, and I mean they're better people than they are coaches, and they're really good at what they do. So
Wow.
I'm blessed to have them for sure.
Very cool. You had a special guest at practice today. Maybe he's been here for a while.
Yeah. Tyreek has been around for a while. Tyreek
Right.
Kemp he's getting ready. He's been here for a little over a week, I guess, and probably got another week or 10 days with us.
Nice.
He's showing up every day, taking swings, taking ground balls.
What does that mean?
Well,
to
it's
have
just
him around?
it's just nice to have him around and be able to help him get ready for spring training, and he's for him to come back and want to be here and do that, that's a neat thing too. So always great to see him, and he's a talented guy, and we're looking for big things from him in his future in professional baseball.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see. It's great to see him out there today. And if there was one coach on your staff who would step into the box and do a Tyreek Kemp imitation at the plate, who would that be?
It was pretty good today, wasn't it?
It was very good, actually.
Jim Blair can do those.
Yeah.
And Coach Blair jumped in there and gave us a Tyreek Kemp impersonation, and it didn't take long to figure out who he was doing.
It was spot on.
Spot on is right.
Yeah.
So Tyreek got a big kick out of that too.
That's pretty good.
Coach Blair's got that personality. He enjoys cutting it up a little bit.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, your questions from the audience for Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor baseball coach on the eve of the start of the new season. We are live at Rudy's. This is the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank, and we'll be right back after this.
Spring in Waco means one thing: Baylor baseball on Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. From big home runs to big-time moments, this season is packed with must-see action. Season tickets are on sale now, giving you the best seats, the best value, and every unforgettable play all spring long. Don't just hear the crowd, be a part of it. Get your Baylor baseball season tickets today at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oil field trailers? We carry a full line of big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Let's give you our Baylor Scott and White Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics health tip for the week. Don't let pain slow you down. We diagnose and treat sports-related injuries and provide orthopedic services for athletes and non-athletes alike. Visit a Baylor Scott and White Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Specialist and move like you used to. All right, continuing with Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor baseball coach. Michael Woodson comes up beginning next segment. Big week ahead for Baylor tennis, like it is for Baylor baseball. We've got, again, our audience is diverted a little bit with the Baylor women playing TCU basketball in a big game right now. But we've got a very nice crowd here, and thank you all for being here.
Great to see everybody.
And we've got some questions.
Let's go.
Some you'll be surprised who they're actually from.
I'll be ready.
But questions from the audience. One is from Roy, right here, front and center. Roy and Ann, great to see y'all. Perfect attendance continues. Roy says, have you thought about fielding a basketball team with your pitchers over the offseason?
Yeah, Roy must have looked at the roster or saw us at the meet the team dinner or something. Yeah, we've got some big kids. I mean, 6'4", 6'5", there's a bunch of those guys, but 6'4", 6'5" doesn't really do it in college basketball, does it?
I know. No, be a team of mid-sized guys.
Yeah, little guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've got some good-sized guys, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys, but and yeah, the pitching staff, that's how you want them. You want them up there big and tall and throwing downhill.
Yeah, throwing downhill.
Downhill, buddy.
Good question. Thanks. Roy also asked, have you been surprised by any of the freshman pitchers?
Really, we only have like one or so freshmen. I mean, one or two. We've had a couple that have come in as dual position guys. You know, Luke McLeod and a Caldwell McFadden have come in as pitchers and hitters, and they're working at both things. And I think both those guys will have some moments on the mound that are going to help us a lot this spring. You know, filled it up with the strike zone and getting more experience, but they also might swing the bat a little bit too. Nice. So those two guys, and then we had one other Keegan Deal. You know, off the top of my head, without my roster in front of me, yeah, Keegan has been battling some different things, and so we'll have to be patient with him as he comes back.
Gotcha. We had a pretty good two-way player here a few years ago.
Pretty good one. Yep. Pretty good one back in 1999.
Right?
You know, I asked that question. I went around to a bunch of the sororities here, trying to get the sorority girls out. I said, you know, if the sorority girls will show up, I think the fraternity guys will show up in bigger numbers.
That's
and so one of the questions I asked them was, I said, you know, the Heisman Trophy is the nation's best football player. Do you know what the name for the nation's best baseball player is? And they most of them didn't know. They pulled it up. One of them cheated. Used ChatGPT real quick, got it up for them, and but the Golden Spikes, I said, has Baylor ever had the Golden Spikes winner? And they said, no. I said, yes, we have. So Jason Jennings, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great one, and it was great having him back for the leadoff team dinner.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What a great guy. All right, here's another question. Oh, it's from Roy. Of all your games, of all your years associated with Baylor, which team had the most home runs?
Yeah, I think you'd have to go back to probably 1998, 1999. Those teams hit over 100 home runs and stole over 100 bases those 2 years too. That was pretty unique offense that could really pound it out of the ballpark and then also run steal bags. So probably that's the season best home run record. I'd take it again if we could hit 100 of them, but it's pretty tough.
Right.
That was with a different bat too and a different ball.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. The bats were -5 bats instead of -3 now. So, little easier to get them out back in those days. But those guys hit a bunch of them.
John Topolsky at the top of the lineup.
John Topolsky, Charlie Carter, Jeremy Dodson, Jim Blair, Matt Williams. And Jason Jennings.
Right.
Yeah, you start putting them all together. There was 5 or 6 of them that could hit 10 or more out.
Right, and you mentioned Jeremy Dodson. That's his son that's on the team now.
Yeah, we've got Jeremy's son Cade here. Yeah. And it's always fun.
That's really fun.
I've got 3 players on my team that are sons of our former guys that I coached here. So how about that? It's fun.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's what 37 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
All right, here's a question from, this is from Yogi Berra. Yogi asked, of all sports, why does baseball players seem to have more nicknames? Why do?
I don't know.
They have more nicknames.
That's a good question.
That's a Yogi question.
There's so much time at the ballpark when you play 100. Major League Baseball, you play 162 games. It's every day, for 5 months virtually, and so the guys probably spend enough time around each other that they start coming up with a lot of weird ones. But you're right. That's a good thought.
Okay, here's one from Hank Aaron. Hank asked, if you were batting against your pitching staff, who would you hit the most home runs off of?
Yeah, I'm smart enough not to do that anymore. That's not in the game. That's not in the cards. We can talk a good game, but we can't always back it up anymore.
All right, final question is from young Harper Ingram. Harper, thanks for the question.
Hey, Harper.
Thank you very much. She asked, and look at that handwriting. Isn't
Pretty
that
good.
Nice? That is better than mine. She says, what is your favorite Baylor baseball memory? What a great question.
That is a great question. I'd have to say my favorite Baylor baseball memory would be the dog pile in 2005.
Yeah.
Beating Clemson in Game 3 of the Super Regional to go to Omaha. And to watch those guys dogpile, that's the best one. That's the one that you dream of, and that's why we keep working at this every day. That's the goal, and that's what these guys want to do again. So it's out there in front of them, and it's all in front of us. Now we just got to go take care of our business and keep getting better and doing it throughout the year. But that's a pretty good one.
That's a great
memory. Ballpark was packed.
Yeah.
Man. Ballpark was packed, and let's have some of those memories
absolutely
happen again.
Let's do it again. Thanks for being here. Good luck starting this season. We appreciate it. We'll have you back later in the spring.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
Look forward to seeing everybody out at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark.
All right, Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach. Season begins tomorrow, 4 p.m. at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. Take a break. When we come back, we'll switch gears. Michael Woodson will join us. Big week for Baylor men's tennis. We'll talk about all that when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
We don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas, it's built by Texas, which means the Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built to roll with the punches and to go the distance. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today.
Right now, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tundra SR5 for $519 a month for 36 months, with $49.99 due at signing.
You never know.
Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 3/2/26.
Right. So that was cool.
We've done that.
When you strive for greatness, you have a target on your back.
Great win over A&M.
When it comes to finances,
you guys did a great
we're all
job.
targets for scammers. But with the right game plan, you can protect yourself. Don't get faked by fraud.
5-2-6-1 for sure.
Yeah.
But
Here's
I
a
felt
tip. If you get a call saying they're going to lock you in jail for missing jury duty unless you pay a fine, that's fake. Scammers use scare tactics to force you to act without thinking. Just hang up the phone.
For a lot of
This message is brought to you by Central National Bank.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back, live from Rudy's, our Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Folks, join me in welcoming Baylor men's tennis coach Michael Woodson with us, our second guest this evening. And thanks for being here. We said this with Mitch, how busy he is, start of the season. But I'm just sure he's any busier than you are. You're in the middle of a really, really busy stretch.
No, it's definitely. First of all, I'm excited to be here again, and yeah, it's a busy time, and we're obviously getting ready for the National Indoor Championships that start tomorrow morning. Just ran over from a kids clinic that we were doing with all the teams, which was a lot of fun, and it's definitely a lot going on, and I feel like I'm being pulled in a few different directions, but we have great staff and great support, and we were able to successfully host it last year, and so it does feel at this point a little bit like riding a bike when it comes to hosting national events. We've done so many. So
well, that's a good thing,
Yes.
And you got a good staff, and you got a lot of good people around you working. It's not all you.
No.
But the ITA National Indoors begin tomorrow. But let me ask you about the kids clinic. That seems like a great deal this evening.
Yeah, we're trying to, just to continue to extend our reach in the community. It's, these are some of the best tennis players in the world, and coming from around the country, our site was lucky enough to draw all the Texas schools. So TCU, Texas A&M, Texas, and Baylor all here, which is really special. And so we thought let's try to do something a little bit different and invite out kids. And we really did all ages. We had some college kids come out, high schoolers, young kids, the toddlers. It was really neat, and got to mingle in all the players and coaches. And it feels so competitive and adversarial, when we get out in the matches to do something that was kind of relaxed and fun and giving back and to the tennis community was cool. And you always wonder and worry a little bit about the turnout. Did we get the word out well enough? Is it going to be worth it? And we had a great group and a great turnout, and we got free food and drinks, and the Cracked Rackets media and people were running it and on the mic, and just tons of energy. And so it was a lot of fun. So really happy with how that turned out.
That's a great idea. Well done. Very,
Wow.
very well done. And we'll talk about the tournament that begins tomorrow, but let's go back to a big win for you guys last time out, 4-1 over Texas A&M. Congratulations.
Thank you. Always good to beat the Aggies.
I would agree with that. Did I say that in my text to you?
I think you did. I think those were the exact words.
And
yes.
I wasn't the only one, probably. But that's just that's a big win on so many levels.
For sure. I mean, just being as big of a rival as they are, I mean, we sometimes don't get to see them as much given we're in different conferences now.
Yeah.
And, sometimes dependent on playing in a national tournament like this or at NCAAs. And obviously they got us in May at their place 4-3. And so we had a little bit of a chip on our shoulder going into this match with a lot of the same players on both teams playing. And so, I mean, with who they are and just how different we are, I would say, as institutions and cultures and everything, it always means, I think, a little bit more for us to get it. A great team, very well coached, very deserving of their top 10 ranking. So it was awesome for us to have that result. And really, I think the atmosphere was incredible.
Yeah.
The crowd was amazing. I thought we had a really cool theme that I have to give my wife, a ton of credit for. We did this Hawkins upside down, which if anybody's watched Stranger Things, Hawkins is the city in the show. Hawkins is the name of the indoor facility. And so Jackie and Vanessa designed really cool shirts, and the place was packed and rocking. So it was a lot of fun. I give them a lot of credit.
That's great. And y'all dropped the doubles point against A&M, but then first 4 singles matches off the court, you won all 4 of them, the match is over.
That's right. Yes, we played very well at 2 doubles, but didn't have a great day at the other 2 spots. And credit to A&M, they played with good energy, and they kind of got on us early. And so that was a little bit disappointing because that was a big focus for us going into the match. So we didn't exactly execute how we wanted to there, but they responded very well from it and made some adjustments, and we took all 6 first sets. And so that is almost unheard of when you're playing at this level. And so really proud of the guys for doing that. Of course, Texas A&M made a push and was able to turn some second sets in some places and even get ahead in the third on a couple of spots. But our guys did a really good job. I mean, they had great support from their teammates off the court, from the fans. It was really amazing. I mean, I think the entire soccer team came out and they were into it. So it was a lot of fun.
I tell you, that Hawkins indoor, when it's when it's full and when it's rocking like that, that's got to be a great advantage for you.
It's a huge advantage. We love it. I was just asked this question earlier today, and I like to describe it as a very intimate atmosphere. The spectators are very, very close to the players and vice versa, and so our players can really feed off the energy from the students, from the fans, and I would say the other team struggles being that close to the fans and their influence, because the courts are close to each other, the fans are right on top of the players. It doesn't take much to make it really loud in there, and it feels overwhelming for the opponent, which makes it fun for us.
Hey, home court advantage. I mean, you get it from the other side when you're on the road.
Absolutely. It's not easy to go to a lot of these places, and I would say it's more fun that way. You want to have a great atmosphere, and if you're the away team, I would love for the stands to be packed and rocking on their behalf. But, it's definitely better and difficult to win on the road, and so we have to defend home court.
And that speaks to the difference for people who don't know in collegiate tennis compared to professional tennis. I mean, cheering, jeering, don't cross the line, but you can be loud, and it's encouraged in collegiate tennis.
Yes, I think we have little pieces of paper that are spread out around the facility, and I think the first thing that our assistant wrote was, "This is not Wimbledon." Dot. Okay, now let's explain how this is done.
Exactly.
And when the fans really understand what's going on and how it works, they can make a huge impact on the match. And so we really encourage them, get involved, get excited. It's more fun for them. It's more fun for us. Our guys really try to play to the fans. When those guys that do it well really benefit from it. And so it is a really fun partnership.
That's so great. All right, let's take a break. Then we'll look ahead to the ITA National Indoors that begin tomorrow morning. Baylor plays tomorrow afternoon against UCF. We'll look at all that and more with Coach Michael Woodson when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Hey Baylor fans, Baylor softball season is currently underway. Come be a part of the action at Getterman Stadium all season long with single game tickets. With general admission tickets starting at just $8, there's no better way to enjoy elite college softball. And if you're coming with friends or family, group tickets are available for $5 each. Get your Baylor softball single game tickets now at BaylorBears.com/tickets.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue.
Here. All
It's got all you need for all the folks you got to feed, both meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the...
apparently Bugs got injured. I don't know how bad, but she limped to the locker room.
3 hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed dinner...
Yes, 36-32.
Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
You're listening listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And we welcome you back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Continuing with Coach Michael Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach. Some guys who look like they may have some good questions for you, Coach, just came in. So we'll get them cards, and we'll do that coming up next segment. But the ITA National Indoors begin tomorrow. Tremendous again for Baylor and Waco and Central Texas to be the host of this national event.
No, we're really excited to do it again. I think it's a huge honor for us. I was telling somebody earlier today. I think obviously it's amazing that we have the opportunity to open our doors and show off our incredible facilities, the amazing university that we have. I think Waco's thriving, and it's a beautiful place that people enjoy coming to now. But I also want to make sure that we're doing a great job of serving those that are coming to play. I think it's an incredible accomplishment to qualify to be one of the 16 best teams in the country, and these young men deserve a great experience, and we want to give that to them. So we're working really hard. We take it as an honor and a challenge to outdo ourselves from last year to this year, and continue to up the ante as far as an event goes. And so we're excited. I think we're ready. We've got obviously an amazing staff and support system for it. But yeah, I think starting soon. So
yeah.
we're ready to fire up the action tomorrow morning.
Man, that is so great to have that here. And tell us, it's split between Baylor and SMU hosting. Tell us, you mentioned some of the teams that are here. Who else here?
Yes, at our site we've got obviously Baylor, Texas A&M, TCU, Texas, UC Santa Barbara,
okay.
Wake Forest, okay. LSU, and I think that's it. Is that
and
who did
UCF.
I miss? Central Florida, who we play.
Right.
I haven't been thinking about it.
Right, but UCF is the other one here. So,
yes.
So 8 are here, 8 are in Dallas. Is that right?
Yes, and so we've got a couple of Big 12 schools over in Dallas, or one, I guess, Arizona State,
okay.
Clemson, Florida, Stanford, Virginia, SMU, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody.
Okay.
But a very Ohio State,
okay.
Very strong field over there as well.
Wow. And Wake Forest, the defending national champs, is that right?
Yes, they actually won the National Indoor Championships last year, okay. and the outdoor NCAAs.
Oh,
so
wow.
they're
okay.
defending both. But it's really interesting this year. I feel like they graduated some players,
yeah.
but they've got some good players that came in that are pretty young, and but there's a lot of parity this year.
And they are the number 1 seed, is that right?
They are the number 2 overall seed,
okay.
But the number 1 seed in our half.
Here, I got you.
Yes.
Okay. And you guys play UCF, a conference opponent.
Yes.
I see that they're 8-0, coming off a win over Miami earlier this week. What's the scouting report on UCF?
We know those guys pretty well.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of transfers, a pretty good freshmen that have come in. Obviously, graduated a couple players, but we've had some battles with them over the last couple of years. A very fiery, competitive group, extremely well coached, tough to beat, in-your-face type of a team. But we know them well. We beat them in April, so I know they're going to be ready for some revenge. But I think we understand the task ahead of us. I think we're battle tested. Obviously, we've played teams of their caliber in San Diego, TCU, and Texas A&M already, and so we kind of know the drill. We know what it's going to take. We feel comfortable and confident at home, and it's not going to be easy at all. But I know our guys are ready for it.
Man, that's great. And playing a conference opponent, I mean, is that a plus? Is that not a plus?
I think it's fine. I mean,
no big deal?
I would say if you really want to get into the weeds, there's a rankings component to wanting to spread out and play as many teams out of conference as possible to bring points, because our ranking is all based on a computer system. We play enough outside of conference that it's okay, and both of us have some really signature wins already that are going to help our rankings. You really can't lose in this situation, especially given that each of us are going to play guaranteed 3 matches here this weekend, or more. So I think it's fine. We just know each other maybe a little bit better than some of the other teams. Maybe a little bit more of an intense rivalry that has grown over the last couple of years. But I think it's fun. It's going to be a great match, and they'll love to do it at home.
I saw the UCF team at our building, at the Simpson Athletic Building today, coming out. Looked like they maybe had a weight workout. Did we open our doors for that?
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm really amazed. Our health and wellness staff does an amazing job of just opening the doors and hey, what do you guys need? What can you do? What can we do to help you prepare your team well and feel like it's truly a national championship caliber event. And so yes, we've been as hospitable as we can be.
Right. To a certain point. And what do the fans need to know? What do our fans need to know if they're into it? They want to be there. What's the info?
Yeah, so this is a ticketed event, which is different than our other home events. You can go out onto the Baylor website and purchase tickets. They're $10 for our session each day, and we'll have about, I think it's 300 total, 325 that we're allowed to sell tickets to, and it gets pretty tight in there and loud. But would just really encourage anybody that is free. Chances are we'll start a little bit later than 3:30 because the match before us is Texas versus Texas A&M. That's likely going to go a long time. So it should be maybe around 4. Good timing, I think, on a Friday afternoon. I know the weather's going to be beautiful, and I hope a lot of people also go to the baseball game. Obviously, I've gotten interested in that too. But want to have as good of a crowd as possible. It really does make a difference for these guys.
That's right. And this states the obvious, but this is the indoor nationals. Even though the weather's great, you can't go out. You can't make the decision to go out.
Correct. We're playing inside the whole time.
Got to be inside.
Yes.
Right. All right, very good. Baylor and UCF tomorrow, scheduled for 3:30. Might start a little bit later, but good luck with that. All right, we got a lot of good questions from the audience. Let's take a break, leave time for those. We'll do that when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, live from Rudy's, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey, Baylor fans, this is your call to
I'll be right back, John.
Davidson of Waco. Whether you're hitting the open road or tailgating at McLean Stadium, we've got the ride to match your Bear pride. Check out our wide selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles. Visit our service department or shop all the latest gear and accessories to show off your Baylor spirit and Harley pride. Visit us today and find your freedom on 2 wheels. Harley Davidson of Waco, where Baylor fans never ride alone. Visit in-store or at hdwaco.com. Sick 'em Bears.
When you strive for greatness, you have a target on your back. When it comes to finances, we're all targets for scammers. But with the right game plan, you can protect yourself. Don't get faked by fraud.
Here's a tip. Don't buy from social media ads unless the ad is from a verified company. When you click those ads, you open yourself up to fraud. If it seems too good to be true, it almost always is.
This message is brought to you by Central National Bank.
The problem is my answer is
we don't just build trucks. We build something that's meant to last. That's why the 2026 Toyota Tundra isn't just built in Texas. It's built by Texas, which means the Tundra is built to tough it out and to take it easy. Built to carry tradition and to make new ones. Built to roll with the punches and to go the distance. Built stronger, built louder, built here. The 2026 Toyota Tundra. Built in Texas, driven everywhere. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit toyota.com today.
Right now, qualified lessees can lease a rugged new 2026 Tundra SR5 for $519 a month for 36 months, with $49.99 due at signing. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for offer details. Offer available in select states and ends 3/2/26.
I'm excited to read it, but I was like, how did he write this book for 6 years? You didn't tell me.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back on the Baylor Coaches Show, live from Rudy's, presented by Central National Bank. All right, Coach Michael Woodson, final segment. We got a lot of questions. We're going to have to shoot through these, okay?
Okay.
And some of them from your guys right there that I didn't let you look at, and I didn't even look at ahead of time, okay?
Dangerous.
So we'll end with those.
Okay.
All right, that'll be fun. One from young Harper, who is right here, and Harper asked, besides a bear, what is your favorite animal?
The real answer is a polar bear, which is also a bear, and then I thought I'm going to go with my mom's favorite animal, which is a koala bear. So I'm actually going to go all the way down to JoJo's favorite animal, which is the Arctic fox. She likes to call it the snow fox.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. Very good. The snow fox. All right, from Roy, front and center. Roy asked, growing up, who were your favorite players?
I grew
you mean
up
tennis players, right?
Very young. I was a Sampras fan. When I really started to get into it, actually, there was a match where Federer beat Mark Philippoussis at, I believe it was Wimbledon, and I was so upset. But it was within that year I had became the biggest Roger Federer fan ever, and so I really have rose-colored glasses when it comes to him. He's my favorite.
That's really cool. Who was your favorite baseball player growing up? Loaded question.
David Ortiz.
Shoot. I thought you'd say your dad. I thought I was setting you up there.
No, you weren't. He was when he won his World Series.
David
I
Ortiz.
wasn't born yet. So,
yeah. Okay, that's going back.
Yeah.
All right. Roy also asked, great win against A&M. Congratulations. How do you feel about where your team is right now?
My favorite part about these guys is that they really have a ton of belief in themselves and more importantly, each other. I think they know they're a championship caliber team, and now it's just them holding each other and themselves to that standard every single day. So I really like where they're at. I think we all know we have some things we have to do better, but they know it, they understand it, and they're ready to push for it.
All right, very good. All right, we're down to the final 5, it looks like here. First one from Connor. Connor asks, who has the best style on the team?
Oh, geez.
We got volunteers, yes.
Z.
Z has the best style. Very nice. Way to go. From Andres, what is the craziest thing you have done in the locker room? Heard in the locker room.
What's the craziest thing I've heard?
Craziest thing you've heard in the locker room?
Oh, geez. I would have to really give that some thought. I'll get back to that one.
Okay. Pull that one aside. Alex asked, what is a song you listen to after a good win?
Yeah, My House by Flo Rida. That's the song.
Oh, nice. All right. We ever play that over the speakers?
I wish. We should. Actually, we should.
All right. Who is this from? Anonymous. Who on the team is the best student?
Who won the Armand?
Armand. All right. Very good. Congratulations there. And another Anonymous. Who has the best music taste?
Who has the best music taste? Drew.
Oh, nice.
We're from the same place, so yeah.
All right, you want to go back to this one? What's the craziest thing you have heard in the locker room?
Jeez, honestly, I don't even know. I need some time. I mean, I'm going to have to get back to them. They say so many crazy things.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, my office wall to their locker room is like paper thin, so I hear a lot of stuff. But they're really funny, and I think the craziest thing is just how often they're hooting and hollering and laughing together and seemingly running around like a bunch of animals in there, which makes me happy because that is a space that they're supposed to enjoy together.
That's fun. Crazy is just normal for your guys.
Very much so.
Hey, thanks for being here. Good luck starting tomorrow against UCF, guys. Good luck, and we'll let you go and get back to work. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
Michael
it.
Woodson, Baylor men's tennis coach. Baylor hosting the ITA National Indoors beginning tomorrow. Take our final break. Be back and wrap things up right after this.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Oh, yeah. Will you answer, Roy?
TFNB Your Bank for Life is a longtime supporter of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Baylor fans are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and get your own custom Baylor Bear debit card. With 6 convenient locations and an award-winning...
All right, John, we're right at it, so just wrap up. Like it's 4 seconds.
Okay.
For life.
Thank
Member FDIC.
Sure thing, bud.
Have you been to the new location of Green Eye Associates yet? You'll still receive the same award-winning service and excellent care from Dr. Green and her dedicated optometrists and staff. But now conveniently located in Woodway, right off of Highway 84. Come see the expanded optical showroom and be sure to ask about innovative services like IPL treatments for dry eye symptoms and the brand new sports vision technology. Green Eye Associates, the official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Hey, we're out of time. Thanks for being with us. Good luck, Mitch Thompson.